Hello, good afternoon. I'm Shilpa Krishna. My topic today is globalization of healthcare. Healthcare is one of the determinants of population health. Human resources are a prerequisite for healthcare, with most medical interventions requiring the services of physicians, nurses, and other types of health workers. The health workforce is of strategic importance to the performance of national health systems. A poorly resourced health workforce inevitably affects the health of populations. Globalization processes and the worldwide increase in demand for healthcare have not only fueled the trade in healthcare technologies, but also opened domestic borders for foreign labor in the health sector, resulting in cross-border migration of health workers. While the phenomenon of international health workforce migration was discussed as early as 1974, it has dramatically increased in scale due to the liberalization of markets and changes in population dynamics over the past 2 decades. Global migratory flows indicate a pattern that is characterized by migration from low and middle income countries like Africa and India to high income countries in North America and Western Europe. The WHO stated in 2006 that globally there was a shortage of almost 4.3 million doctors, midwives, nurses, and other health workers. Africa has only 10% of the world's population, yet they bear 25% of the global disease burden. This disease burden in turn is confronted by only 3% of the whole global health workforce. African countries are estimated to lose up to 70% of health workforce to HICs or the high-income countries. United Kingdom, on the other hand, has a very high reliance on foreign medical doctors, with 22.5 to 36.8% of their current workforce having been trained abroad. Now looking into the economic dimensions, the movement of health professionals from poor to rich countries takes place to the detriment of poor countries, which lose not only much needed human resources, but also their considerable investment in education and taxable income. Sub-Saharan countries asserts that the collective investment loss for training these doctors who are currently working abroad approaches nearly 2.17 billion. Kenya alone loses an investment of up to $500,000 for every doctor who migrates. On the other hand, the total financial savings of recruiting doctors from abroad amounted to up to 2.7 billion for the United Kingdom and 846 million for the United States. Now, looking into the push and pull factors for globalization of healthcare, a frequently discussed push factors were the surplus of physicians, the challenging socioeconomic conditions, and the unstable security situation at the source country. Pull factors being higher earnings, better working conditions, and advanced career options at the destination country. Now, the much bigger picture, the global impact. All European countries and the United States increasingly rely on recruiting health workers from abroad to fill their shortages. There is improved quality of healthcare in these countries. Whereas, contrary to this, the source countries with already a heavy disease burden face a further drain of healthcare workforce, and the nation's health is at risk. Migration to greener pastures, particularly in the case of professionals with exportable skills, has always occurred and will continue to do so. HR deficiencies are due not only to migration. These shortages exist because of poor HR planning and funding. However, the sheer number of pace of nurses and doctors leaving key source countries is unquestionably damaging healthcare provision in these countries. Importing health workers has become a popular and, for the receiving country, inexpensive way of filling shortages. As countries rally to reduce important deficits in health human resources, migration patterns become apparent, where some countries are ultimately net winners and others net losers. The global conveyor belt phenomena is such that many source countries become destination countries. For instance, Ireland has become a major source of nurses for countries like UK and USA. Ireland in turn draws nurses from Philippines and Eastern Europe, whereas Canadian physicians move for better pay or practice opportunities to the United States, and their spots are filled by South Africans. Positions left open in South Africa are filled by Cubans. However, the conveyor belt does not come full circle. Not all source countries become receiving countries as well. The poorest countries in sub-Saharan Africa are unable to offer any pull to attract health professionals from other countries to emigrate. As a consequence, they are net losers. Having had this brief introduction to this topic, continue this web-based exercise to better understand the reasons for this professional shift in population and the solutions to make things right. Let us try to make this world a well-balanced, healthier place to live in. Thank you.